Louie C. the Mayor checking in. What is going on, my people? Another exciting day in paradise. Fabulous, outstanding, wonderful situation going on right now. We had the club going up on a Tuesday. So check it out. I'm going to give out some shout outs real quick before we get this thing started. FloridaKeysInjury.com. Lawyers for all accident in the Keys. If you have an accident in a moped, in a car, or on a bicycle, 302 Southern Street with these local boys, FloridaKeysInjury.com. They're going to take care of you. No need to go to Miami at all. Also, the #1 doctor in America, Dr. Burroughs, Advanced Urgent Care, Key West Marathon in Key Largo. And what we got going on now is free testing, COVID-19, insurance or no insurance, you could get tested. So we got 80,000 people in the Keys, all 80 of y'all. Come on, just make sure you call ahead. Advanced Urgent Care, and they'll take care of you. Also, for those y'all coming in on the Facebook Live, please hit notification button right here, bam, and make sure you know what's going on. For the podcast, we do it Monday to Friday at 6:45. And for those y'all on YouTube, Louie C. Rock YouTube, subscribe button. There's a little subscribe button right here. You hit that button, and then we're going to give you all the information. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're going to keep it all positive vibes. And today we turned Tuesday to Reggae Tuesday. Had the club going on. So my guest today doing big things. Coming out of Old Town in Orlando via Key West. We got Tip Valdez in the building. Miss Tip, I know you got a little bit of headache, but we're going to shake it off. Shout out to Extended Migraine. You know, give minutes, we're going to make it happen. Nice dreadlocks you got going on. So tell the people a little bit about yourself and what's going on, how you feeling.
My name is Tip. I am a barber slash stylist slash loctician at Home Cuts.
Nice.
Our shop's been open for a little over a month now, so come get your hair did.
Okay.
We've been here going on about 2 years.
That's
and I'm trying to get this reggae thing down.
Okay, we try to get it popping. So we got a whole, entourage out here in the studio, so we're going to get to it. So when I met you, you was in that reggae full throttle, and that was fabulous. And then through the Cuts, shout out to Mickey Margaret out there. I'm glad you guys are open, but you basically been out of work for a long time. You just getting back into it. And I was in the shop the other day. See, I try to keep fresh and clean like Outcast. Shout out to Michelle Marie. And everything was in compliance, full throttle. People getting their haircuts. It looked like slowly you get back to business. So how's everything been going?
I mean, we're just staying very cautious and,
nice.
Just respecting everybody's space.
Gotcha.
And, just taking our precautions that we need to take.
Got you. So if they want to get an appointment with you, they just call the Cuts and ask for you. Only taking appointments, no walk-ins.
Only. Yeah.
Okay. So I got Miss Pam. Look, Miss Pam, before we start with the mask stuff, I got my stuff right here. Look, I got my mask. It's hard to talk through a podcast with a mask, but I got it here because I know any minute now you're going to come through and basically say something about that mask. Tip got her mask, so we doing it big. Let me see who else we got over here. Brand Valdez, how you doing? House music is better than any drug in the world. Okay, well, we're going to get to that in a minute. Thank you, producer Tangela Edwards in the building. Tangela, I want to make sure we get people in here. We're trying to make it happen today. Oh, look, Pamela went easy today. She said good evening, so thank God, boy, because she hard. Let me see. Mikey Story, you know that character? Mikey Story? So that's a local legend, that boy. Wow, he be out there. We're gonna talk about the boats because you out there boating nonstop. If Tip ain't cutting hair, she out on the water. One of the two. Mm-hmm. Stephanie's in the building. Thank you. So Tip, let's get to the meats and potatoes because we make it. We get it blood raw in here on the podcast. So first thing is, how did you get involved in the reggae music scene?
I mean, I've always been into reggae, but I think my biggest inspiration to reggae was when I met my best friend in Orlando, and her husband is a reggae superstar with a few Grammys. Shout out Morgan Heritage.
Morgan Heritage. Y'all make sure you check out Morgan Heritage. And they got a new album out, right?
Yep. They have actually been putting out a lot of singles by each one of the members.
Like solo for
yes,
the project? Okay.
Solo art.
Gotcha.
So
we're getting back to the business slowly but surely. And reggae, we live on an island, so we should have reggae 24/7, 365 all the time. You see, if y'all got this hat, let me know, because I ain't seen nobody got this. I got my green glasses, and I got the Wu-Tang. See, y'all, Wu-Tang is on the hip-hop subject. So I think, Tip, that reggae is such a good feel music, or whatever. Spirits are high, and it's just a good vibe. And I think you can't have enough of good vibes these days with all the commotion going on worldwide. What you think?
Absolutely. I think we need to switch it up. I mean, I love most of the local talent we have here, but we have no reggae unless, we have a really good person I just came into. Her name is Denise Trow. I think you guys should follow her.
Denise
also.
in the building. We're going to get her on here in a little bit. So Denise is in the studio, so that's awesome. Look what that boy said already. See, I told you that boy, wow. He said, shout out to all the beauticians and barbers in Key West, much respect. Mikey Story, you don't know about this girl Tip, you better ask about it. So Tip, I've been out there over up the Keys a little bit. It's nice and tranquil out there. How's it going? Because I know you got a lot of square footage out there. Thank you for the invites. Watch a little football. Right now there ain't no football going on, so basically you got to make your own fun, because we just getting back into it. But we're definitely headed in a positive direction, and y'all need to be nice to tourists, because tourists is the lifeblood of the Keys. Without tourism, I hate to tell you, the whole city will collapse and won't recover. So 2020, we vote or die as far as I'm concerned. If you're 18 and above, 18 to 110, you need to go out there and vote. Tomorrow on the program is really going to get serious. Robert Lockwood, head of the Public Defender's Office. We're going to talk about interaction with the police and how to come home alive if you deal with police. So there's going to be a lot of serious stuff going on. So Tip, like I told you, we keep it blood raw around here. So today's topic is that music is better than any drug in the world, right? So I want your opinion on people that think that they have to wake and bake every day off weed to survive. I mean, I'm going to keep it blood raw. I have my opinion, but what do you think about this concept of wake and bake? If you don't know what wake and bake is, that means you wake up smoking weed, you go sleep and smoking weed, and you pretty much on weed the whole time. So I don't want you to sugarcoat it. I want you to tell them how you feel. This is the Louie C. the Mayor podcast. We keep it blood raw around here. So please look in that camera and tell them how you feel.
Okay, I mean, so since we have legalized marijuana, I think it's a good thing that people kind of get on that level, because it's prescribed. Right. It is a plant. It isn't like a narcotic, so you won't be addictive. You don't have to necessarily wake and bake, but right.
Okay, so basically it's a lot of medical benefits to the marijuana. Okay, so like for example, absolutely. I only got high, I'll be honest with you, one time by accident. And I told you the story, and it was an accident, and I was high for 48 hours, so that's the only time I got high. So what I say is, like, for example, when we deal with business over here, I don't know what y'all do in your business. When we dealing with business, you will not be on any influence of marijuana, or your mind will not be altered. You will be focused on the task at hand. Having said that, once you finish doing your business, if you want to drink, smoke weed, whatever it is that you do, that's your business. And I like to talk to people in a business sense. I don't want people in outer space when I'm talking to them about business. Recreational is fine and all that. So if you think that you have to wake and bake, in my opinion, it's just me, not Tip, you will survive without not smoking marijuana. Water, if you're in the jungle, is a problem. Weed, you will survive, believe it or not. But I don't condone anybody that does weed. That's your business. It's like right now in the USA, we know it's probably a good idea to wear a mask, but I'm not COVID police. So I'm not going to be on top of you. If I have a business and you have to have masks in that business, I'm going to tell you this is what the rules are. I love you, but these are rules for everybody. If you can't follow, don't come in here. Go about your business or whatever, and that's it. So I'm not quite sure exactly what's the best way, if it's mandated by the government or should be optional. Like, for example, if I want to go get a haircut, a cuts with Tip, I got to put a mask on. That's what the regulations are. If I don't like that, then I just won't go over there, and that'll be the end of that. So that's basically what it is. Look, you see you checked in, right? You see what that guy right there? You know who that is? This guy right here?
Yeah.
Well, that's the chief of police. Checked in on the podcast. This is Tip.
Yeah,
Chief, she ain't riding dirty. It's all good. I promise. It's all good right now. So listen, I think the city of Key West, and we got a serious situation going on in Stock Island, and I'm gonna talk about that because we got two people on the loose like we need to find like immediately. We had a situation, unfortunately, in Stock Island where somebody pulled up yesterday by the Cuba into the boatyard and shot one person fatally and put another one person airlifted in Jackson. These two kids, we're gonna be putting the information out here soon. We got everybody, all hands on board. I wouldn't give a damn if you were in the street, the police, everybody, because these are local guys. We can't have you down here. You got to get from around here or whatnot. We don't do that down here or whatever. So a lot of people want to be gangsters. You're gonna deal with gangster consequences when they catch up with you. We're not gonna back off that. And also, once they put the information, because they're gonna be putting out the people's pictures, and it's males that are under 30 Hispanic. Do not try to be a hero. Batman and Robert, Superman, and all that. Approach with caution, because these people already done killed somebody. I don't know what they capable of doing. As far as I'm concerned, it's a code orange, like the country put out. The maximum is really serious right now. Steve, what's going on? I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather smoke than drink. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Question is, what you drinking? What you drinking? And there's a lot of strands out there. I'll be on a natural strand. I'll be honest with you. Tip know me. I'll be on a natural. I ain't no telling what would have happened if I turned up on weed. Like I didn't feel like myself for 48 hours on that accident that I had. So, Tip, this group, Morgan Heritage, right? Getting back to the radio. Those guys never been to the Keys. We're gonna work something out to get them down here. And them boys are serious. Isn't it two brothers, like an 8-piece band or something like that?
It's 4 brothers and a sister.
Wow. Okay.
And they originated out of Jamaica, and they've been touring the United States for quite some time now.
Gotcha. They've been at it for a while, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. So Morgan Heritage, you got new music out. Make sure you hit them on all social media platforms and all streams. They doing it big. Let me see. Mikey's story. See, Mikey's one of our hitters. That man was around MTV and the Keys. That was before your time, Tip. You know what happened back then? MTV and the Keys came in and they filmed every program for MTV all summer. So all the programs you see, and they rented out all the different places. Okay. So one day you can see Master P pull up, and the next day you see this one. Whoever were special guests on those shows, they flew them into Key West. So it was a fun time for Key West. So Mikey's story, we ain't gonna talk on the clock, but Mikey's story makes sure that these people was taken care of across all sections of what we got going on, and that man's a trooper. I mean, when we was at the club, I forgot the gentleman's name from Save the Last Dance. They tried to not let that man in the club. That's how official security was down there. I had to go rescue that man. I said, "Come on, man, let's go in." So it was a fun time. Let me see. Okay, let me see. All right, so like I said, please hit the notifications right here. And let's also hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Tangela's continue to invite people if we can to try to get some more people on. And I understand that your family is very talented when it comes to music, especially your daughter. So can you elaborate on that? Because she came out there to Key West High School and then shut the whole school down singing the national anthem on top of the game. She giving Whitney Houston a run for her money.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Kyra's performs at Off the Hook Grill on Saturdays for happy hour from 4 to 6. She also, let me get back to that.
So she's 4 to 6. That's on Saturday, right?
Yes.
Saturday happy hour. I've been out there what's it called? Off
the Hook Grill.
Off the Hook Grill. And what great appetizers. Those people are very nice over there. They take care of locals. And it's a nice ambiance. It feels like a kind of a reggae vibe. The atmosphere is solid. So I liked it. But she does a lot of instruments. We're going to get her on here in a minute. But I know that she's very talented. And you said she learned this stuff on her own? Yeah,
she's pretty much self-taught. I mean, when we got here, she began working with the Bahama Village Music Program with Cajun and Kate and Larry. And they they have the most awesome program with every week, day of the week is a different class of music. And
so shout out to Bahama Village.
Yeah,
That's a great,
absolutely.
and anything for kids that are positive, we need to support, right?
Well, she's also with the Keys Kids.
Nice.
And she actually performed The Wizard of Oz. She was the lead role, Dorothy.
Nice.
And nailed it. So.
Okay. So, Milos, you see that guy right there, Milos? Speaking about the devil. So that man's over at the new resort. Milos, I'm going to tell you in entertainment, it's very simple. The phone die, you die, or whatever. So we got to have that phone activated. You see what happened? Phones died the other day, but our phones didn't die. We went to landline. We got a problem. If cell phones die, we still can get with you on landline. So, yesterday or you was good?
We all have problems with the phones.
Okay, yeah. So it's your time, young lady. Come on. We're going to talk to you, and you can sit right here with your mom. There we go, nice and easy. Yep. And slide over just a little bit. Okay, so me and you tight, right? So you can say anything here on the program. Ain't no need to be scared, because you gonna be biggest thing on the planet if you keep working with your music. So let me ask you a question. What grade you in?
8th grade.
8th grade? Okay.
I'm going to 9th grade.
You're going to the 9th grade. Okay. So do you spend a lot of time practicing your craft, and do you really enjoy music? And what made you go into music? I mean, like, what inspired you?
I don't really know. I was singing since I was like 2.
Nice. Okay. So I checked you out at Off the Hook, and I think you're doing a great job. So what instruments do you play?
The ukulele, violin, piano, guitar, and percussion.
Okay, all right. So that is absolutely awesome. I think you got to keep at it, and that is so inspiring, because I grew up in the music, on the hip hop culture, kind of doing breakdance, and that's how I started, and then I got into the promotion and marketing. So you got to keep at it full throttle. But I'm going to tell you right now, I need y'all to go this Saturday. What tip? 4 o'clock?
4 to 6.
4 o'clock, Off the Hook, and that's on what street again? I'm sorry. Caroline Street. To make sure y'all pull up over there, support this young lady. I'm asking everybody to come out. I'm gonna try to make an appearance there, and it's gonna be all love. So thank you so much for coming on, and we'll see you soon. You see, Tip, I told you she'll be fine. She's gonna do it big. We got to do things big around here. So like I said, stuff is serious. And talk about parties. Where's the party? Key West. So if you got a party going on, you should post on there. I know you post it sometimes. I'll make sure you go to that site and post your parties out there, because right now, people have been cooped up in the house. If you ain't had that boat, girl, you would have been in trouble, right? So you want to give a shout out, because I know you travel with a squad. Well, I thought when I pulled up the Tip, I said, hold on. I told my people, this Master P's house, or what's going on? Cause you squad, but this ain't. Don't get it twisted now, because I know it's political. So I'm not talking about that they're not practice social distance. I'm talking about these are your close people. So you want to give a shout out to anybody, because I know y'all travel 3 boats, and you told me you go to islands people ain't even discovered. You like Jacques Cousteau.
Just exploring.
Gotcha. Any shout outs out there to you too?
Yes, my sugar loafers.
Nice.
Better than some penny loafers.
So any names you want to call?
Lisa, Lynn,
okay.
all my girls,
Okay.
Heather,
Nice.
Christy.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's that say? Is that, I think that they know your daughter, this young lady knows your daughter. Said they stay up late on the phone at 2 o'clock. But they ain't no school. There ain't no school now, right? So that's acceptable, right?
Isn't that Clayton's
Yeah.
doc?
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm in full support of Clayton Lopez. That man's, I believe, got 1 more term, so we gotta get out to vote, and it's very critical. Tip, I need your help with this. Young people don't vote, unfortunately. 18 to 30, they just don't do it. So we got to get out the vote and make sure that these kids know what's happening and be informed, because it's serious times out there. So now, Tip, I see you brought a guest. What's this young lady's name again?
This is Miss Denise Trow.
Okay, so we're going to have Denise come here. Let her come in now, Tip, and let's see what she's talking about. You ain't got to tell her twice.
Deuces. Ready.
All right, so this is reggae. This is how we do it. Let me put the reggae glasses on. Tell you ain't got no reggae music. We're going to kick some reggae. So I was almost going to turn up. So listen, so I know you've been doing a lot of good stuff for the island, right?
Trying.
So anybody who's doing something positive, I don't care what it is, we support. We just don't support negativity, right? So anybody out here doing positive is all good. And now we need reggae. We in the island, we haven't had consistent reggae in a long time. So introduce yourself and tell them what you got going on right here in this camera.
All right, hi, I'm Denise, and I represent Rising High. We are a nonprofit that moves music across the island. We work with several different venues to try and drive revenue across the island and bring the good feelings. So
good vibes.
Yep, we got some stuff in the works. We just finished the Rising High Festival. That was pretty successful in March. We got lucky with that because that was a week before the pandemic. So
really?
Yes.
Is that the one we had on Green Street?
It is.
Okay, good.
It
No,
is.
that was a fabulous festival. You had some great artists out there.
Good turnout, and just the support from all of the bands in the whole community, all of the businesses involved. We moved 6 bands over the course of a week between 6 different venues. So
nice. That's absolutely. It sounds to me like we need to have a full-fledged reggae festival like we have the songwriters and the fantasy fest. We just got to get it, you know. So basically, these girls are going to put this in overdrive because I'm gonna tell y'all, and like I said, we keep it blood raw out here on the program. A lot of y'all want to eat. Very few of y'all want to hunt. Okay, so you talk big, but when it come time to put, you know how it is with festivals and events, you got to put 100 hours in or whatever. You can't just show up. Everybody thinks you show up. The stage is built by itself. You know, production, that's hours of stuff.
Right.
Promotion is critical. Just because people say they're coming, that don't mean they're going to show up or whatever. So basically, it's hard work. So if they want to find you and your organization, where do they go?
You can look up, we're on Facebook. We've got a website as well, Rising High Reggae on the Rock. If that's too much, just Google search closest concert to Cuba. It'll redirect you there. We've got a couple events coming up this weekend. We have Vibes Farm coming, Tyler Giddens. He'll be here Saturday at the Marker from 2 to 5.
2 to 5, okay, awesome.
4th of July, we're kind of lacking in events down here. They're not doing...
Big time.
Yeah, fireworks are still a go, but it's not happening at the Casa. They've redirected it to Higgs Beach, and I think they're having the VIP tickets on the pier.
Oh, okay.
So we're offering an alternative. We've got 6 events going out. We have, headlining the headlining act, the Reese Brothers. They've traveled all the best venues they've performed across the nation, and they'll be here the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Deep Eddy is doing the sponsorship, so it's going to be Deep Respect, a weekend of deep respect. And so from 2 to 5, you can find them Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Marker, or 6 to 9, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Southernmost Beach Cafe.
Okay, so a lot of reggae coming in. So y'all reggae fans, hold tight. It's about to come an infusion of reggae because we on an island and you can't really run an island without reggae. You see what I'm saying? And reggae is universal. Everybody like reggae or whatever. So it's a good feel vibe music. Like, unfortunately, hip hop has some dark stuff to it. And when I grew up, it was very pure. Like, for example,
that's when I
was, in a teen club where it was so pure and innocent. Like, the kids would try to jump the fence, and then they wouldn't kick you out because kids are out there and they just want to have fun. So what they would do is they'll take your shoe, and you had to come up with $3, and then you got a 50 cent or something I can borrow. This is pure. This is what hip hop's about or whatever. So we have to have a better approach in life. I'm talking about from a police standpoint, from people. Like, a lot of people want to engage in a negative way. If you see somebody without a mask, this ain't your business. Leave people alone. You don't know what people are going through or whatever. This result in escalation of problems that could lead to a bigger problem. If you have a problem, call the authorities. That's what they get paid for, whatever. Don't try to be in people's face or whatever. We got to get away from that. And then I'm so glad, like tomorrow, with Mr. Lockwood talking about police interaction, because I've conducted a quiz internally, and 10 people in my quiz on a stop failed. 9 out of 10. When I go through the quiz, they don't know how to deal with a traffic stop that escalates within your rights or whatever.
Right.
So we got to
Educate
make that happen.
people.
And that's basically it. Tip, look, Tip is a trooper, 2 T's, right? She came in. She had a headache. This is how we do it. We knock it out the box instead of migraine. Her daughter came in here. Kyra did it so big. She absolutely did beautiful. And then you came in, and now we got a reggae movement. So we start the reggae movement. I know you've been at it for a while. Count me in 1,000,000%.
And thank you for having me. I
Yeah,
appreciate the
yeah.
support. And I think the thing about reggae music is it unites everybody, not only in the love, but in their suffering. And it's an unspoken, it's like Velcro. It sticks to you. Your soul resonates with it.
If it's up to me, if some of y'all tuning in the White House, my name is Louie, the mayor down here in Key West, I will go ahead and put a motion forward that when y'all play music at the next event, try some reggae up there, man. We can get some people to unite. Now, I had a lot of people down here, Third World, Inner Circle, Steel Pulse. You know, I had a lot of people.
We had Reggae Lou just last week. Big shout out to Reggae Lou.
Big Mountain we had before, and we used to have the huge concerts. And to me, things get old after a while, so I don't like to bring the same artists over and over. Like I love the Wailers. But, you know, if we bring the Wailers 17 times in a row, people start losing interest. So we got to mix it up or whatever. So anybody that got any ideas with reggae and want to be part of the movement, and only call if you really
serious.
If you bout it like Master P says, and you ready to if you want to eat, you got to hunt. Okay, so if you ain't ready to do what it takes, because a lot of people think that you could be a star in 5 minutes. You know how long them people been working at it to get to the level that you see them on TV? It's been a long time or whatever. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to happen. And the last thing I'll leave you with, you have to be humble in life in anything that you do.
Absolutely.
So,
and just a big shout out, if I could, real quick, to my boys, Experimento. One of Key West favorites. They play at Green Parrot all the time, 10 years in a row.
Nice.
They've got a new single out called Every Day. If you could just look it up, give them some love on their Facebook page. I'd really appreciate it. Humble, hard-working guys who have put in the work, and they deserve all of the acknowledgement. Shout out to Job People, too.
I also want to thank y'all for watching the podcast. We can't do it without y'all. And we're going to keep trucking full throttle. And the only way that you deal with hate and get it out of the atmosphere is with love. And this is what reggae is about. So shout out FloridaKeysEnergy.com. If you have an accident in the car, moped, or bicycle, make sure you go to FloridaKeysEnergy.com. They're going to take care of you. And Advanced Urgent Care, Key West Marathon in Key Largo. We're now going to be offering an $89 plan so people could afford healthcare in the Keys. Is specifically for the Keys because, in my opinion, people should not have to be working 5 jobs to pay rent.
Agreed.
And that's basically it. Louie C. the Mayor, one time for reggae, Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Holla!